Hi, I'm Varsha, and today I'm going to talk about the most underrated Bronte book of all time. This is Agnes Grey by Anne Bronte. So, Anne Bronte is one of the three sisters between Charlotte, Emily, and her, of course. And she is the youngest, and her work doesn't truly compared as told by critics with Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. But I think this is my one of my most favorite book of all time. Of course, Jane Eyre and the Gothic Wuthering Heights cannot be compared with such a realistic work as of Anne Bronte. Her atmosphere, the atmosphere of Agnes Grey, is completely different than her siblings. It is not gothic, it's mostly a refreshing take on how governesses were the people who were responsible for giving primary education to the noble classes children. And Agnes Grey is a governess. Her situation has been forced upon her when financial trouble scares her family to poverty, and she takes this position and she has to deal with unruly kids, and how she even develops feelings for a clergyman, and finally she gets married. But the way this book is written, I just find it like, the approach of springtime, like right now, and the end of a long winter. This is what Agnes Grey feels to me. um Agnes is a protagonist who is just so relatable to like the teachers and lecturers of today. So I am a lecturer, a government lecturer for English literature, and I can so much relate to her about her situation, like not the financial trouble, but how she has to deal with all of these things, the discipline that she brings to life, the realistic way that the author showcases her thoughts and feelings. This is so relatable to a 21st century educator that I am just so humbled by it. And the presence of this book, in contrast to Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre or Villette or Shirley or The Professor, is uh, that it doesn't have that, that thriller, that suspense, that atmosphere that creates some sense of darkness that is lingering between each page of the book. But this is like a Victorian classic, which is just so underrated due to its realistic portrayal of a governess. And obviously no one really wants to learn about a governess whose position does not change at the end of the book. Like, she remains a governess till the end of the book, and this is a really hard position to be in, and not many people will read a frictional work about which clearly states about the life of a realistic being in a realistic time period. And yeah, I just feel like if this book actually, and one fact that I want to talk about is that when this book was released, it was more relatable to that present Victorian society than the other books of her siblings. Can you believe it? But yeah, this was better received than her siblings' works. And right now, no one really talks about this book as much as they talk about Wuthering Heights or Jane Eyre. I just feel like why not bring this back? Why not reread this book? So I'm going to reread this book for my April TBR and just get into the shoes of a governess during the Victorian period. And that's all I wanted to share about Agnes Grey by Anne Bronte. Give it a go and just climb onto the footsteps of something realistic, something of a different era. Yep, that's all. Bye.